Season 9 of the Agile Gaming League has commenced. This gone Sunday, we had games 1, 2, and 3. And this is the place that we come for three things. We come from the end game action. We come for the in-player highlights. And of course, we arrive, we watch to find out the league standings. And this week, ladies and gentlemen, you'll get one of those three things. It's been a tiring week. A week of great celebration with the birth of my new child, but also of disappointment when the VOD of Sunday's league fixtures did not work yet again. So this week, we're just going to have the league standings, the league table, and we're going to go through them as normal, one by one. Just so you know, a solution has been found from this point forth. All of the coverage of the games will be recorded simultaneously to the live coverage and commentary. So it will not happen again, is my point. So if we think about it, we're going to get to the league standings. And what's interesting this week, of course, is that we actually allow quite a few new teams in. And it's always interesting to see how the new come through up against our current plethora of AGL competing squads. Some walk in hastily, understanding that they cannot afford to be complacent. Some may arrive with great confidence. This is where we're going to find out how things went down. So listen, let's go and have a look at how things lie. So here we go. Before we get into it, let's just remind ourselves, this gone Sunday, which was the 27th of January 2019, we had games 1, 2, and 3. Remember, next week, we have the Super Bowl, and because of the Super Bowl, we didn't want the AGL League fixtures to get in the way of our American brothers. So next week we have the AGL Duos Championship. Remember, if you do want to register, you need to do that relatively quickly on the AGL Discord channel. If you don't, I really need sort of 25 teams to make it a feasible entity. So games 4, 5, and 6 of Season 9 will actually happen in about a week and a half, so the 10th of February, and then Season 9 champions will be decided. So with games 7, 8, and 9 on Sunday the 17th. As normal, we've kept it the same, purely on the basis that at the moment the snow map, the ice storm that has arrived, is not available on custom maps. So we go in game 1 with my home, my personal favourite place to go, Erangel. Game 2 is on Miramar, and game 3 remains on the loot-centric scenario, Island of Sandhawk. I think we had a few problems with the service this week, which was a little bit disappointing. It wasn't just the fact that in game 1 we had 66 of you wonderful, talented guys still in that penultimate circle, but I don't think the servers were particularly behaving themselves, so we did have a little bit of lag. They've got some updates coming through, I think, today, so let's hope that solves some of their aspects. As normal, the games start as they always have, so 8 o'clock GMT, 3 o'clock EST, that's 2 o'clock on Central Time. And the prize money, of course, if you come first after our 9 games and you get crowned the AGL champions, £270 or $320. For second place is £100 and $120, and for third place £50 or $60. And of course, far more importantly, those pennies in your pocket, the reputation that comes alongside it. Before we get to the league table, always a joy to have a look at the top 3. Of course, normally we have a look at these after the end game action, but for now, let's see how things went down. Is it our normal sort of league pinnacle squads that have arrived, or did the new boys come and take over? Well, in third place in game 1, so Erangel, the Agile squad, brought it hard. Again, lots of aggressive nature by Goober, Chomps, Zero, and Buzz this week. Went to the center of the circle as much as viably possible, but as goddamn usual, the circle is not on Agile's side. A little bit of third partying going on, but still proud. Nice aggressive play by the boys, and in game 1 got them third place. With a not too much of a rebrand. Who were? Well, Bentley, Attitude, and Disconcerting Crew, who were team proficient, have become team intellect, which is interesting. I ask you, why, Truth? Why is that interesting? Well, they're not all that wise or intelligent, so I'm not really sure what I'm not sure where the name comes from. But you know what? They delivered in the first game. They proved it all day long. Second place, and it wasn't far from the first. And I tell you what, Hall came through. Season 8 champions, reigning AGL champions, came through and said, well, we're just going to carry on where we left off. Some tactical play by Typhus and crew. Manitor getting a good few kills there. The boys are tactical, let me tell you. We need to find a way to get some mid-game action for these guys, because if they find a house and the circle's on them, they're going to protect that house. Let me tell you, placement over kills, but when they do have to go after teams, let me tell you, these boys can shoot with a great sense of accuracy. Of course, well, I say of course, in game 2 on Miramar, where we did experience a little bit of lag, yeah, they didn't get top place, but they're still in our top 3. And I tell you what, that's nothing to be sniffed at, because 24 top squads this season, as usual, in the Agile Gaming League. So a 3rd place for Cheetah Gang on Miramar. And in 2nd place, one better for Agile come Goober, captaining his squad into 2nd place on game 2. And what we want to see is that sort of keep on going in that diagonal direction, but we don't know if that's going to happen. But in 3rd place, in 1st place are our Season 7 champions, a squad very fast getting themselves a reputation, headed by PUBG's Ineffable Gaming, coming through and saying, do you know what, cheaters, we're coming after you. We're coming after you. You're not getting away from us. But of course, what happened in game 3? What happened in game 3 is just like the Cheetah Gang. They got 3rd after they, when Ineffable Gaming did exactly the same, coming in a very positive 3rd after that first. Unfortunately for them, I believe it was a 12th in game 1. So they had a bit of catching up to do. Again, plenty of kills for the boys, but a good result. And I tell you what, some guys that I particularly like, well, I like you all really, so that's a bit unfair. But there you go, the Milter Power boys in game 1. Where did they drop? God damn, they dropped in the Milter Power. Of course they did. Why would they drop anybody else? When are we going to get a week where some of these other squads go up against them? Havoc. I'm going to stop right now. Havoc, hope the hospital is okay. We have got the picture that you kindly sent us of you playing in the AGL and watching the AGL from your goddamn hospital bed, ready for the new log station, I should say, on the AGL website. So I will let you know when that is launched. So the best to you, Havoc, from all at the AGL competitors, myself, viewers, everybody alike. So who does that put in 1st place in game 3? Well, Cheetah Gang, goddamn, we can't get rid of these boys. Typhus, Manitor, Hannibus and crew, they just shoot, play it tactically, play it sound, and there you go for the Cheetah Gang getting a 1st, a 3rd and a 1st. So I think that's going to give us a little bit of a clue, for how the league tables are going to look. Right, I think it's time for the league tables. Let's go and see. So here we are. We will rise from placement number 24 all the way up to number 4, 3, 2, and 1. Having a look at their placement, their squad, their position, their kill number, and their running total as we move forth. If you haven't seen the league table before, please look a little bit across here to my right-hand side. Column 1 is, of course, your position. Number 2 is where your logo, your team name, your squad name, and your squad information will find in the columns from that point forth. Your position points, obviously added up from games 1 to 3, then 4 to 6, so on. 300 for the win, moving all the way down for 30 for a 24th place. Kill points, of course, come thereafter, added up concurrently through games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9 over the 3 weeks of competition. 15 points per kill can make all of the difference. If you see the last 2 seasons, things have been incredibly close. Of course, these are added up as we go through a little bit more information as we come forth. So here we go, number 24. Number 24 is above the rest. And gentlemen, you are above the rest because you are slide number 1 getting to this point. So congratulations to each and every one of you. They took it on the chin though. Hazy and crew, insane. Flocky, KZ Fable and Dan Lampard. It wasn't the start they were looking for, with a 24th, a 15th, and then back with a 20th. Just 1 kill. But I tell you what, I did have a look on your Discord channel, and I like the way these boys took it. They said, you know what? Let's get our chins up. Let's go again. Let's get some practice in. Let's get to know some of these AGL squads a little bit better. And that's exactly what they've done. I've seen Hazy's post on the AGL Discord channel saying, boys, AGLers, come and get some custom games with us. I know what you're up to, and I think it's a wonderful and wise choice. Listen, ATR, it's a wonderful logo, but we want to see some of those skills on the battlefield. No doubt these guys will come hard for games 4, 5, and 6. But for now, 24th is where it is. But you are the foundations of the league right now, guys. You're holding everybody else up. So ATR above the rest. Let's see how you do next time. But welcome, a warm welcome to the AGL, gents. Well, as we can see here in 23rd and 22nd are the Messiahs, both Messiah Black and Messiah Red. First of all, we got Black. So we've got Panda, Boo, Crayola, and White. And with a 2 19ths and a 13, and again, just 1 kill. It wasn't the night or afternoon for them. Again, it's a team, you know, with plenty of quality and good guys as well. So we'll see how they bounce back with this new updated logo for games 4, 5, and 6. I've spoken to Southern Messiah from the Reds. And I've had a couple of games over the last couple of days. Once I wasn't looking after the little one in the hospital. But Messiah Dogfart Zeus does nuts. And look at that name there. Just above Precon, we've got Sucks. Now, we all know Sucks. He's a top player. He's a little bit toxic. And Sucks, you know you can be. But we've got a little bit of a scenario here where Sucks has signed a bit of a semi-pro paid-for contract with the Messiahs. The Messiahs wanted to come in hot. And really climb their ways up the ranking points. The ranking, of course, coming in for Season 10, the AGL ranking system. But yeah, really wanted to make an impact this season, but it didn't quite go to plan. Sucks. I know I haven't got the in-game action. Pushing quite heavily, quite a lot. Getting sort of kill hungry. But without the team around him, it was a little bit difficult. So maybe for next week, these guys, they need to find that glue together, get that cohesion, and those true talents coming through. But Sucks, come on now, buddy. You're getting paid for this. Let's see some of that Sucks magic as you come through. Team Smokey in 21st. Red Eye, Brad's, Wills, Des, and Para. And just like Sucks has signed a little contract with the Messiahs by VAG, Blank Maneuver himself coming through and working with the Smokey team. A Smokey team that he enjoys playing with very much indeed, but currently in 21st place. If you look at those results for games 1 and 2, a 14 and a 16. Well, let's just talk quickly on how that went down. No, you didn't get any kills, but you did get any kills because you're in a car. You're driving along. You've got some trees around you on Erringale. You stop the car, and what you have in front of you is the entirety of the Agile squad. Kind of a difficult one to take down when they're standing there with their guns. And that's exactly what went down. A couple of seconds later, Agile there, Smokey not. In game 2, exactly the same happened. You're in a car. You're trotting along. There's a building. It was brave. Let me tell you now, each of these were great moves. It just didn't go to plan because this time you found yourself up against Ineffable Gaming and the unfortunate happened again. But listen, the Smokey crew have got some skills, man. Let me tell you. And with Clivey offering that sort of flank maneuver and maybe a difference of a different sort of scope on that strategy, really, really interesting to see how the boys do this season. And this season, things haven't begun quite well for Assassin and crew. Just a 1 squad this season, with BLK, of course, always welcome. So in 20th place, you've got BLK Red, a 13th, a 22nd, a 21st, 4 kills. So it didn't start too bad, but things went a little bit downhill. I don't think the circle or the lag sort of helped the BLK boys too much. But Assassin, Envy, Hayes, Joss, and I know we've got a couple that I haven't put in there. All the talent in the world. So expect you to come back with that little bit of fire in your bellies and that armor and those spikes that have got on that beautiful logo next week. A team that have returned into the fold of the AGL after having just 1 season off is welcome. Frame Banging is back with his SPG crew. Go and check this boy's stream out. Top boy, and he's got a few upgrades. He's got a few upgrades on this stream, let me tell you. So go and check the boy out. He's got Bubba, Guardian, and Hayden with him this season with a 23rd, 19th. But I tell you what, there's a lot of teams above you that didn't get any kills, but you got what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 105 position points, giving you 205. And this is, you'll see how close it comes through. So I tell you what we will do. Let's just go back for a second. 135, 145, 155, 170. So actually what we've got there is 2 teams, Smokey and Red, both in 20th place, 170 points. Serious Precision Gaming in 19th with 205. Frame banging will come back strong, let me tell you. But this is the thing, not everybody can come back strong. When you've got 24 top squads competing against each other on the battlefield, shooting, looting, then someone is going to go down first, second, third, fourth, just like some are going to come fourth, third, second, and first in each individual game. We know Chrissy from the UK, don't we? We know Jugsy. We know a little bit about Zip. Lawless Boost, Rexy, Lag Spike, and Savage Panda, a little bit new. But yeah, within the AGL, of course. But Chrissy coming through, loving this. Look at those average. Joe just coming through, established 2019. Very classy touch. But Chrissy from the UK, Jugsy, Exhibit coming through. And they tell you what, they started well. They didn't get any kills in game one. But with an 8th place, they got themselves some good points. With an 11th and 16th, not too much was added to that scenario. But 230 points overall. So the average shows, I don't think they're so average. The difficulty you got is who is surrounding you within this given lobby. This is going to be a difficult one for me, let me tell you, because CU Esports, I'm still a little bit confused in regard to how to pronounce, because I was under the impression it would be Darth, Coup, Ruthless Coup, Horrible Coup, Tight Coup, All Schooling and Hydrax. But from what you've said to me, Darth, and I love that with that Star Wars connotation, is that it's Coup as in cuddle, so Darth Cuh. Ruthless Car, Horrible Car, Tight Car. Boys, you're going to have to come and play with some of the AGLers and really let us know how things are. And that's one apology I should make. It has been a crazy 2 weeks for me. Usually I get to know all of the new squads that are welcomed with warm embrace into the AGL. I haven't been able to do that with everybody, but look forward to getting some games in with CU. 16th, a 13th, so 16th, okay. 13th better, and then a 5th coming through. Not too many kills, so I think as those games proceeded, that tactical outlet and said, do you know what, boys, let's get some points on the board. And I'll tell you what, that 5th really did make a difference. So 235 position points, just 30 again. Another team just with 2 kills on the board over the 3 games, 265. So welcome to the AGL to CU Esports, the Darth Releases, Horrible, Tight Schooling, and Hydra. Extinction Gaming, let me tell you, have you seen these new logos? These new logos of these new teams are spot on, but unfortunately for games 1, 2, and 3, not too many are sort of up there in the top half of the table. It is a welcome of fire. Some of the squads that have been with us for season after season after season, they'll be looking after their shoulder for you. It does take a bit in getting used to, but again, much like the others that we've welcomed, Extinction, a team that are again very welcome. Savage Patch Princess, Ginger Nator Mondo, Nasty 24 Nate, and Fumsy coming through with the 22nd, 12th, and 17th. And actually, look at that in game 2 on Miramar. We better watch out for these boys on Miramar. 8 kills in a 12th place finish, not too bad at all. And I think it really was those 8 kills on Miramar that have at least put you up into 16th of the table with 280 points, just 10 points behind. Well, First Class Gaming, again, a beautiful logo you got there, boys. So Fanboy, Jones, Lyra, Joker, and Yosh. Fair do. 17th and the 23rd, sorry, in games 1 and 3. And it was that 6th place that has really kept things going for you. 6th place in Miramar, so the new squad's doing quite well on Miramar. 6 kills overall, so 90 points in that. 290 points for what is their first week for First Class Gaming. It would be super, super interesting to see how these guys evolve within the AGL. No doubt won't be long until they're in some real top-end sort of final circle action. Fanboy, welcome to you and your squad into the AGL. Some boys that we know so very, very well, led by Sequin himself. SVG Sequin, as we can see there, along with Hyde. Asian, what a nice little sort of addition to the SVG squad. Asian, we got Bates as well. Dingo, stop swearing, Dingo. Heavy breathing and swearing, Dingo, but a good play. He's been looking for a squad for a while. SVG are welcomed in. Let's see how that goes as well. I believe I've missed someone off. They have brought in their 6th member. That'll be updated for last week. And I tell you what, it didn't go too bad for the SVG guys. 2 7th places in the first and the third game, with a 14th sort of sandwiched in the middle. Only 1 kill over the duration of the week though, so 295 points. The same as the original Gamesters that we're going to have a look at the moment, and only 5 points away from Fast Class Gaming that will be looking to supersede them next week. So Savage Gaming, Sequin, Hyde, Asian, Bakes, and Dingo doing their thing. Not really Sequin, but we know you like being called Sequin. But you keep changing the name. That's supposed to apparently say Designs here. Okay, Scobs. I call you Scobble. You've changed it to Design, and your boys want me to call you Sequin. So you can argue amongst yourselves in that regard. So who are the Wiggity Wampers? Well, the Wiggity Wampers are no, because we had a rebrand. We've had a rebrand to the original Gamesters. A play on words there. So Captain, Plug, Smack, Jacob, and Marine. They are still on the on the great sense of things, are still the same players. And I tell you what, with a 4th place in game 3 on Sandhawk, they sort of pushed themselves up the table after a 20th and 24th. So a difficult beginning to season 9 for the original Gamesters. 235 points on your position points. 4 kills actually on that 4th place on Sandhawk. Not too shabby at all. Currently in joint 13th place with Savage Gaming. And how many points is that? Well, just 30 points behind Quick's gaming community. Quick, of course, we all know. Quick, Yu-Gi-Oh, Silver, Wolf, and King Wadu X. With an 11th, 17th, and 24th for 130. It was actually the number of kills these boys got. They've got a bit more aggressive. Quick's taken his community, a very welcoming community. Great lad, great guy, great stream. Coming through with 8 kills in game 1, 3 in game 2, 2 in game 3, and it's that little bit more aggressive nature from the Quick's gaming community that have put them mid-table, and that's where we are right now, guys, mid-table. So 12th position for QGC. Some really nice bits of action from the guys, some good battles this week. 325 points, and a team that keeps on changing their logo on a daily basis. We have you love him, you hate him, the Marmite gang of King bringing in Chips, Designs, and Dow this week. Not sure, I think he's using his SIGs again, for games 4, 5, and 6. This is the logo you're staying with. If you send me any more logos after this one, it's not changing, King, let me tell you. But yeah, great player, King, good lead, good leader. Yeah, good strategy, but not always on the best side of people. Good, great guy, great. He sent me some pictures actually the other day. They were very, very interesting. But King coming through, King the boy, Chips, Designs, Dow. He wants to make something a young King, which is what his squad are. Started actually quite nicely with a 9th, with an 18th and a 22nd. It did take a bit of a downturn. I think there was some poor decision making, or a lack of cohesion, as it were, as they went into battles. But full of quality, these boys. YKG, full of quality, super accurate with the shots. If you get the loot and they're in a decent position, very, very hard to take down. And what we did see over the last probably 4 weeks actually is when, I quite like the sense that when you do get one, you go into sort of ninja mode, go into stealth mode, and just go for position points for your team. Not bad on the kills though, guys. 8, 5, and 3. These guys do not shy away from a battle, let me tell you. The key is to make sure each and every one of those battles are won without that third-party scenarioing. So, young King coming back, I believe. King also, well done for bringing some new squads in for Season 10. On your head, son, they've got a new logo, and I think it's a big improvement. There you go. On your head, son. OYHS. We've known them so long. Bonehead. From what I hear, your missus only phoned you 7 times this week over the 3 games. So let me tell you, that's a big improvement. And if you're watching this, Bonehead missus, hey, usually you're in the party when I'm talking to Bonehead because you're phoning him. But it's always lovely to hear your voice. You're a wonderful lady. Flip on Ron, Stevie, Orm, Lighty, Upgrade, and Ginger coming through. They are the same people, by the way. But as we know, we do like some name changes, don't we? Please, guys, please. Try and wait until the end of Season 9 to change them again. But with a 5th, things started well. Let me tell you, they did their split maneuver. They do this quite a lot. Split maneuver, a little bit risky, but it worked for them on actually each of the maps. And in game 1, they come out with a 5th position with 8 kills. So a nice little start. Went to a 10th with no kills, but then came back again with a 12th. So mid-packet again. Those 2 kills giving them 10. And so 150 kill points, 420. 5 in total. So on your head, some boys, Bonehead in with his crew, making things happen. One to watch. I think their first season was super good. I think 3rd, 4th overall in their first season, which was Season 7. Season 8, a little bit disappointed after week after week of no loot and no circle. But let's see how the boys progress through Season 9. And a team new the AGL Season 9, but new you could say, but a couple of the guys were Clown and Ting. Dutch actually taking it in terms of play with the SVG team last season. Thinking to themselves this season, do you know what, guys? And these guys have played with each other for a number of years. Let's just get together. Let's get together. Let's build this little logo of this sarcastic little chicken shoving his R's up in our faces. Let's go and make things happen. Let's take the European contingent and let's make this PUBG international team. And that's what they've done. I tell you what, they have not started badly at all. Very much a sense over the 3 games of a tactical, yet aggressive when they need to be nature, but cracking shots overall with a fourth in game 1. So just off that top 3 podium leaderboard, a 9th in game 2 and a 10th in game 3, just with 1 kill actually in that 4th position, but overall after 10 kills after this games 2 and 3 in total with 165 position points, 485. So 9th position for the PUBG international team. Great, guys. The Hawk Nation, let me tell you, the Hawk Nation might be an 8th, but it wouldn't have surprised me if they were higher. Flinty Hawk flying in, cocoring it for the world, making things happen. Myself and Spicy Banana hosting this week, and thank you yet again to Spicy for coming and helping with the commentary. You are certainly going to be the guy that looks after the things if I'm away. But Hawk Nation coming through, Flinty Hawk, Cuddle, Surgeon, Daft, Logic and Famed coming through. And I tell you what, myself and Spicy were talking, and I tell you what, I think it was game 1, you saw Hawk Nation taking down a squad. And no joke, it must have been 10-15 seconds later, Hawk Nation taking down another squad. Flinty Hawk bringing the pain, let me tell you. Game 3, we watched Flinty Hawk step back. Why did she step back? And I'll tell you what, she stepped back from her favourite map of Sandhawk. Why did she do it? To ensure her team were all participating and field included. Yeah, very, very nice captaincy indeed. Had a few games with you, but I was super tired, so I was absolutely awful, so my apologies. But Hawk Nation, Flinty Hawk, let me tell you, that stream is one to watch. And very engaging, lovely lady, and a great team. Hawk Nation, well done for you. And caw. The voice is going, but there you go. Hawk Nation doing it proud. Team Admin, I'm going to call you Admin because that's what your name looks like and we've agreed it. But Smitty coming through with Rack, Captain Liddy, God of Hercules. God damn, you better have some of these if you're going to call yourself Hercules. And Abe, a 15th, so not really the start you were looking for. Just parking back into that second half, but with a 4th and 9th, you got yourself some points, guys. 300 in position points and really nice play as well. Smitty coming through. I think over the last few months, he's got, he's played for a couple of teams, but now he's finally found himself a home. And in that home, he's captaining his boys he knows particularly well, moving through. And look at those kill points. Not bad, not too shabby at all. If you look at Hawk Nation, actually really coming strong with 11, 2 and 6, so 520 points. Admin are just 20 points ahead, but with 4, 5 and 7. I mean, that's not too shabby in an AGL lobby. So Team Admin coming through 7th position, and this is where things are starting to heat up, guys. It's heating up, it's getting fiery. We're moving up the league table, and well done to Team Admin in your first week in the AGL. 7th position for you boys. Hope to see you in that final second next week where I can show some of those silky skills. And a team with some silky skills, the Milter Power Boys. Erod Havoc this week not playing after an operation just a few days ago. Love to you, my man. Not just from me, of course, but from all in the AGL. But Erod, Alan Hanley, Futuristic, Susmith doing him proud, but not in game 1. No, not in game 1, because the Milter Power Boys, they dropped Milter Power. They had Milter Power to themselves, but they came 21st with 2 kills. But things got an awful lot better. Let me tell you, we saw a little bit earlier on that the guys got that 2nd place in game 3 with 7 kills. But that 5th sandwich in the middle of that 21st and 2nd made sure some points were put on the board. And no doubt Havoc sitting in that hospital bed watching the AGL, for which we have a picture, done him proud. So 400 position points, 150 kill points, 550 overall. But look at those behind you, guys. It's getting close. But from this point forth, we start to see a few jumps. We do. We've had 2 seasons now, 7 and 8, where things were super close all the way through. But in 5th place, and I tell you what, you should be proud of this Rip squad. I think that's a really good performance. Old Dave, who's a popular boy, Hams Kevin, Wasted, Killshot, Dontrix again, very much utilising the same personnel season in, season out. A 6th and 8th and an 8th, probably the most consistent around that sort of between mid-table and the higher echelons this week. 330 position points, And I tell you what, strong in the kills as well with 21 kills. That 21 kills giving you 315 kill points, 645 in total. So actually a lead of 95 points head of the mill to Power boys. You better do something to catch them. So well done to the RIP squad, Dave and crew making things happen. And I tell you what, that means we've had 24th all the way up to 5th, and I'm going to give you a top 4. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not giving you a top 4 because it's super close in the top 4. It just works better for these diagrams I've got to do, and I'm goddamn knackered, let me tell you. So let's go and have a look. Here we go. Who's in 4th? You know what? I say it wasn't that close. It wasn't that far away, but in 4th place at the moment, our Team Intellect. Team Intellect headed by Bentley, lifting with ENC Hatitude. Love Kitty and Boss Snipes coming through with the sub maneuvers. All looking pretty lovely with those TIs after your name. What was Team Provision is now Team Intellect. And that logo, let me tell you, is clear, it's crisp, it's professional. And these boys can play. We spoke to Bentley when that sort of when we bring that first, second, and third, the captains of first, second, and third, or the star performers in those games for the interviews between each game, live of course on the Mixer stream at Truth_AG of course. Second place in game 1, but I tell you what, it didn't go to plan in game 2 with that 20th place really, and then just going mid-table with an 11th place on Sandhawk. What's rescued the guys, and the guys are on 715 points overall, 325 of the 390. I mean, 390 kill points. 11 through games 2 and 3, but with 17 kills in game 1. Very impressive indeed. 26 kills overall for games 1, 2, and 3. So Bentley and crew, Season 5 champions coming through, and they're here to win it, let me tell you. Humble nature, great boys, a few good streams between them as well. Really looking forward to seeing if you can peg yourself up. And as you can see, not only are our Season 7 champions a fair whack ahead. If you look at that 715 up to 895, what's that? 185, 180 points ahead. This is where the jump lies. And where did the boys go? They didn't start off too well with the 12th place, let me tell you, but rescued it in true ineffable gaming manner with a 1st and a 3rd. So just that slip up at the beginning, but holding their chins up, doing their chest and going in. Of course, Sucks isn't in the team this season, but let me tell you what's happened here. You've got PUBG just having a little merge with the Team Toxic crew. We talked about it last season, but it's happened. Ineffable gaming coming through, the Toxic crew coming together, and in those 2 squads, you've got top boys. Jesus and Hibby. Then you've got Bears. And Immortal, if we think about it, is Hacks. So you've got Hacks, you've got Bears, you've got Hibby, you've got Jesus, and you've got Mac. But I tell you what, it's just not about those 5, because Snow, god damn Snow. What I liked, even though we had some problems, I know PUBG has got some server issues at the moment, but god damn, did you see it in game 2 where Snow was just rampage? It comes up rampage. This guy was absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it, especially in game 3, looking above the mountain, hoping for the other 2 teams to go up against each other. But what a performance by Snow this week. But Jesus, Hibby, Bears, Immortal, Axe coming through and doing a great job. 3rd place, are they happy with 3rd place? If I'm honest, I don't know, because IG are not happy unless they are at the top. And really, by pressing the next button, we're going to find out who are top, because we've got 2 squads left. We've got the Agile squad, and we've got our reigning champions, the Cheetah crew. Who are second, and by how much? Who is second? It's Agile. Agile have not managed to get in 1st place. Let's see how close it is. But if we do, Goober and his boys, Goober, Chomp, Zero, Philly and Buzz coming through. Now, Philly used to be part of Agile, coming back into the fold, and you are very welcome, my man. Let me tell you now, this boy is aggressive, and this boy can shoot and slip very nicely back into the Agile squad. All of these boys doing a wonderful job. I think Chomps, who's our hello there, so Copper on the streets, a policeman here in the UK. Thank you for your service, sir. So it was Goober, Zero, Philly, and Buzz this week, and coming through with a 3rd, a 2nd, and a 6th. Not to be sniffed at. Finding themselves, like I said earlier, into that center circle, being aggressive, goddamn aggressive. 12 kills, 11 kills, 10 kills. That is what Agile, well, at least this Agile squad are known for. Look at that. What you got? 10, 20, 30, 33 kills. 33 kills, so very much up for that £25 or dollar, whatever it is, prize from our man there. So 495 kill points, 545 position points, giving the boys a 1,040 total. I think the boys are going to be happy with that. I really do. Playing with 0 last night, we got a few wins, didn't we? 0, hey? Yes, we did. Although every time I got killed, I think I was getting, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 a game, but you kept stealing it from me, my man. So who's first? Cheetah Gang. Cheetah Gang, reigning AGL champions, Season 8 champions, coming through Typhus, Hannibus, Manitor, Rubes, Vendetta, and Ben, and coming through with great strength. Very, very tactical, let me tell you. 2 first places and a third. So 790 points, 790 position points. Very, very strong indeed. And even though they were quite tactical, it's not as if they weren't getting the kills. With 8, 8, 16, plus another 7. That's 20. What's that? Oh my God. It's gone from me. It's gone from me. We've got 16 plus 7, 24. Not too bad, not too shabby. 24, that gives you 345 kill points. But very, very tactical indeed. They're not afraid of bunkering down. I'm with you. It's tactical, professional level play in my book. So Typhus, Hannibus, Manitor, Rubes, Vendetta, and Ben doing exactly what they did last season. Great boys. We do need to get some games in though this week, please, lads. That would be great. So with 2 first places and a third, I'll tell you what, it didn't come easy. There was some really, I'll tell you what, even between the squads that you say here, if you see Cheetah Gang, Agile, Ineffable, and Intellect, some really good high-level battles happening between these squads over those 3 games. It's not easy to get in first, second, third, fourth. It means you've got to move. It means you've got to loot. It means you've got to kill, and you've got to get yourself into the right location. And I know on a number of occasions for these boys, a circle went against them. But I tell you what, these 4 have really shown themselves to show true quality this week and in previous seasons. So Intellect in 4th, Ineffable in 3rd, Agile in 2nd, and Cheetah Gang are reigning champions, starting where they mean to go on, starting as they performed last season in 1st place at this current point in time, but just 95 points ahead of Agile. An Agile team, let me tell you, that are motivated to take that 95 points and to put it where the sun don't shine, let me tell you. So Cheetah Gang, Agile, Info Gaming, and Intellect, they are your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th places. That over there is something that you can't really read, but it is the leaderboard. And there you have it. There is your league placement. Again, my apologies for not offering you the end game action, but we just didn't have it. We'll make sure we have that for you next week. Sorry if I've spoken too much. I feel as if I have a little bit, but there we are. An opportunity to welcome our new AGL competitive squads into the fold. I'm sorry for those of you that didn't get in this season, but those 24 that have been accepted, you are all of great welcome, great squads, a depth of talent, and it will be interesting, very interesting indeed, see how games 4, 5, and 6 go in a couple of weeks. So remember, this coming Sunday, the duos tournament, because we have the Super Bowl. So the 3rd, Sunday the 3rd, starting at 8 o'clock GMT, that's as normal 3 o'clock Eastern time, will be the duos tournament. So get yourself registered. You don't have to. If we don't get the 25 teams, I know lots and lots of people are watching the Super Bowl. We'll just have a week off. It's fine. But the week after that, of course, the 10th of February, we will recommence the squads action. Yes, we will. And we'll find out how games 4, 5, and 6 go. But until then, until Sunday at the very least, this is True from the AGL. I'm signing out. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. And I will see you all very, very soon indeed.